Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Sir Gabs again. In this video, we will be talking about the limits at infinity and also some indeterminate forms now. We have here some things to consider. Assuming n is a positive integer, then the limit of 1 over x raised to n as x approaches positive infinity is 0. So assuming n is a positive integer, no? So my tabuan na is, syempre, if you think about it, if infinity ang atuang x, then you have infinity raised to n. Assuming it's positive, then ang mahitabuan na is if this number will be infinity raised to a positive number, then infinity times infinity times infinity and so on will be infinity gihapon. Okay? So 1 over infinity is equal to 0. So meaning, if 1 is divided by a very, very big number, no? If 1 is divided by a very, very big number, then it becomes 0. So, analogy, no? Ito, narawan mo na siya. It seems like this one, no? If 1 is divided by 10, then that's 0.1. If 1 is divided by 100, it becomes 0.01. If 1 is divided by 1,000, it becomes 0.001. If this continues, no, notice nga as the number in the denominator gets bigger, the quotient is getting smaller and smaller. So meaning, as this go farther to infinity, this go farther to 0. Okay, so mahimo ni siyang 0. Kung kaning denominator magkaabot ni infinity, ang imuhang number sa diri, ang quotient niya or ang iyahang corresponding value will be approaching 0. So that's why, if this is infinity ang denominator, then ang imuhang limit will be at 0. Same goes to negative. So even if it is negative, ang difference lang, no? Kung negative siya, then negative infinity raised to n, 0 gihapon siya. Kay, even if this is negative, example, kung negative na siya, may mo na negative 0.1, negative 0.00, negative 0.01, negative 0.001. If negative ang result, kay example na kung n is negative infinity man di ba? So if n is example cube or 3, so negative infinity cube is negative infinity, di ba? So 1 over negative infinity, so inani ang iyahang analogy. So kung negative ang imong number dari, as this number goes to negative infinity, this number here, the quotient, is also approaching 0 from the left. So from the left na siya, kay negative man ang imuhang number dari. Okay, so pero basically, yung magyapong value is 0 or the limit is still 0. Okay, so that's actually the idea. So remember lang that when a number is divided by a very big number, then the quotient is getting smaller. Okay? So if it's approaching infinity, then syempre, yung muhang value is also approaching 0. Okay? So this is very useful in some things when we solve for limits. Examples. So number 1, if you are to solve for the limit, let's say of x cubed over x, as x approaches infinity, you can just dili pwede ngayon mong i-substitute right away, because what will happen when mo i-substitute right away? Ang mahitabuan na, if you substitute right away infinity, so mahimo siyang infinity cube over infinity, which is equal to infinity gihapon over infinity, which is indeterminate. So that's one of the indeterminate forms. Infinity can't be divided by infinity. Okay, otherwise it becomes indeterminate. So in this way, in this case rather, yung button is, algebraically, as I always say, if it's indeterminate, you have to do something. So kaya yung button, pwede naman siya i-simplify. So x cubed over x can be simplified to x squared as x approaches infinity. So from here, infinity squared, kung mo na siyang i-substitute, it's quite better na niya siya. Kung makita naman yun mo ang tinuod. This becomes infinity, gidi. So infinity squared is just infinity, but again, limit does not exist because this does not exist. This is not a real number. Okay? Another example, number 2. So if you are to solve for the limit of, let's say, x squared minus 1 all over x squared plus 4 as x approaches negative infinity. So, okay, again, this way no, kaya mo siyang i-substitute diretso, mahimo ni siyang negative infinity squared. Sorry, just simply, positive na siya, no? Because negative infinity squared is just positive infinity, and then minus 1 all over negative infinity squared is positive na sad plus 4, no? So basically, this is just infinity minus 1 is just infinity gyapon. All over infinity plus 4 is still infinity gyapon. So when you add or subtract a real number sa infinity, no, ang infinity may nusa ni mo real number or mag-add ka real number, it is still considered infinity. So that's why you have infinity over infinity here, and again, this is indeterminate. So to? If it is indeterminate, then both pasabot, you have to do something. Na kay buhaton. So here, ang buhaton nimo guys is this. I-divide ang tanang terms with the kanaang variable considering the highest exponent. So kibali, our variable is x and the highest exponent is 2. No? Among all, ang atong exponent na pinakataas is ang 2. So imong buhaton is this. So you have to remember this na when you are dealing with infinity, no, imong buhaton i-transform lang sa ni siya into this. The limit ang x squared guys i-divide og x squared, ang negative 1 i-divide og x squared. There is ang x squared sa denominator, i-divide og x squared, ang 4, i-divide sa og x squared. Okay? So again i-divide nimo og x squared tanan. So tanang terms, no? Tanan. Ang x squared, i-divide, ang 1, ang x squared, ang 4. Okay? So how did I get x squared? Again, ang basihan is ang highest exponent. So from there, you may now simplify, no? You may now simplify. This becomes equal to, wala ko nabutang nga na sa, no? X approaching negative infinity. So, this becomes the limit. Kana siya is just simply 1. Okay? Kana minus 1 over x squared. Okay? All over, kana sa ubos, this is just 1 again, plus kana 4 over x squared. As x approaches negative infinity. Okay? So, gikan diha, you may now substitute. So, kung mag-substitute na ka kung mag-substitute na ka sa negative infinity, so, may mo na lang siyang 1 minus negative infinity, substitute diha, squared. So, 1 over positive infinity, 0, di ba? All over, kanidere, 1 plus 4 over infinity is also 0. So, in other words, your limit is equal to 1. Okay? So, ang gibuhat na to kani, indeterminate man siya, inyong buhaton, i-divide lang siya sa katungtuang term with the highest degree. So, kani, x squared ang atong highest degree. So, may tabo is this one. Okay? So, syempre, once ma-execute na nimo kung na mo siya divide, mo na siya simplify, i-substitute na dahil balik ang negative infinity. So, you will come up with this one. Okay? But not all the time 1, no? So, let's have more examples na to clarify. So, let's have number 3. Hindi rin 0 na pin, no? So, let's have the limit of, let's say, 4x cubed minus 3x all over, sa mga tayong gamitan, no? 7x cubed, pwede, minus 1, as x approaches infinity. So, same story, guys. If you substitute right away, then it becomes indeterminate. Diba? Kaya, kung mo siyang i-substitute ang awa, kung i-substitute na to siya diretso, then, infinity cube is infinity, so may mo siyang infinity minus 3 times infinity is infinity. Dili pa lang daan, indeterminate na. All over 7 times infinity is infinity minus 1 is infinity. So, kani siya is indeterminate. Okay? So, kay bali, imong buhaton is mag-diskarte ka. Okay? So, again, ito, same scenario. Imong buhaton ang highest degree na term. So, ang highest degree na to, x cubed, no? So, not necessarily the whole term, but just the variable consider then the highest degree. So, kani variable x ang imong ganito, ang imong highest exponent is 3. So, imong 4x cubed, i-divide sa din mo na siya x cubed. Ang 3x, i-divide sa siya x cubed. All over 7x cubed, i-divide sa siya og x cubed. O ang 1, i-divide sa siya x cubed. Okay, so that's how we do it. Again, next to that, simplify further lang. Okay, so when you simplify further, this becomes equal to, syempre, 4x cubed over x cubed, 4 na lang mabilin. Wait, sorry, I did not include the limit there. Sorry. I should repeat this. Nawala ang limit, sorry guys. So, again, I have to write again the limit. Kaya wala pa ako nag-substitute na. So, limit of, again, 4x cubed divided by x cubed minus 3x divided by x cubed all over 7x cubed divided by x cubed minus 1 over x cubed as x approaches infinity. So, from here, no, this becomes the limit. Kana siya, 4 na lang mabilin na, minus kani 3x over x cubed, syempre, this becomes 3 over x squared. All over kani, 7x cubed over x cubed, this becomes 7 na lang, minus 1 over x cubed as x approaches infinity. So, dali, pwede na ka mo-substitute, no? So, this becomes equal to 4 minus, okay, wala na limit, kaya nag-substitute naman ko, 3 over infinity. Okay? All over 7 minus 1 over infinity, syempre, no? 1 over infinity. Yan, kanya siya 0 naman eh. No? Panindo ka. So, okay, bali, this becomes equal to 4 minus 0 all over kana 7 minus 0. So, your answer is actually 4 over 7. Okay? So, this will be the limit. So, I think we have to proceed to the next examples na siguro na in the next video. But actually guys, I have to tell you this, that there is a simpler way of solving ang limits like this one functions. Ang imo rin timailhan guys all the time is kung pareho gali ang degree, so kung pareho ang degree, ang limit ana is just the numerical coefficients. So meaning, di ba ang degree ani is x squared ni x squared z. So pareho, equal ang degree. So 1 and 1 divided by 1 is just simply 1. So mao na ang imuhang limit. So number 3 example, kani tanawa, the highest degree is 3. So ang tanawon lang nimo is ang ilahang mga numerical coefficients. So 4x cubed and 7x cubed, take 4 and 7. So the limit is just 4 over 7. So you have 4 over 7. Okay, so if you want the shortcut, the shorter way of doing it, just remember, it happens when the degrees are the same. So meaning, the degree in the numerator and the degree in the denominator are equal. Okay, so just remember, just take the numerical coefficients and that will be the limit. So that's it for this video. In the next video, I'll be talking again more examples about this one. Okay, see you.